Ladies and gentlemen, let's face it, no matter who you are, what you do, or how well you do it, there will be people who just don't like you. They'll question your choices, criticize your dreams, and cast doubt on your abilities. They'll say things behind your back to your face, and sometimes even to the whole world. But you know what? That's okay. Let them hate you. Because the truth is, every person who ever did something remarkable was, at some point, criticized, doubted, even ridiculed. It didn't stop them, it fueled them. And it can fuel you too. Now, I'm not talking about ignoring valid feedback or wise counsel. I'm talking about letting go of the opinions that don't serve your purpose. Those voices, they don't know the battles you fought. They don't see the sleepless nights, the sacrifices, the courage it takes to keep going. Their criticism doesn't define you. Only you get to do that. People who hate on others are often hiding their own fears, their own insecurities. They see you reaching higher, and it reminds them of the ways they've settled lower. They see you pushing forward, and it reveals their own decision to stand still. They see your light, and instead of celebrating it, they try to dim it. But you don't have to let their insecurities be your anchor. Let them hate you because they don't know how else to react to greatness, to ambition, to someone willing to step outside the mold. You are not here to live by anyone else's limitations. You're here to break through your own. You are here to defy expectations and push boundaries. There's a cost to greatness, and sometimes that cost is being misunderstood, but it's worth it. When you stay true to who you are, when you chase that dream, when you climb that mountain, you're not just making a mark, you're setting an example for others to do the same. So don't hide, don't quiet down. Let them hate you and let it push you forward. Not embracing criticism as fuel means taking every negative word, every doubt cast by others, and transforming it into a source of power that drives you forward. When people criticize you, especially for pursuing something ambitious, it's often less about you and more about their own insecurities and fears. People who can't imagine doing what you're doing might project their doubts onto you. They might not understand the vision that's so clear in your mind or the dream that's embedded in your heart. But remember, you're the one who sees the bigger picture, not them. Their criticism, then, is often more a reflection of their own limited perspective than any limitation on your abilities. Many people fall into the trap of letting this kind of negativity get to them, internalizing it, and letting it shape their beliefs about themselves. The fear of what others will say or think can become a mental prison, holding people back from exploring their potential and taking risks. But what if, instead of seeing criticism as a setback, you saw it as confirmation that you're on the right track? If no one is doubting you, if no one is pushing back, then maybe you're playing it safe. Criticism can actually be a sign that you're moving beyond the comfort zone of others and stepping into territory that only a few dare to venture. When you choose to see criticism as fuel, you stop letting it paralyze you and start letting it propel you. Imagine every negative comment as an extra weight added to your workout. It makes the journey harder, sure, but it also makes you stronger. The more resistance you face, the greater your capacity to grow and adapt. Every "you'll never make it" or "that's not possible" becomes a mental rep that strengthens your resolve, sharpens your focus, and reinforces your commitment to proving yourself right instead of proving others wrong. Learning to use criticism as fuel also means developing emotional resilience. There's no doubt that some words hurt, especially when they come from people we respect or care about. But resilience is about recognizing that the only opinions that truly matter are those that align with your values and your mission. The rest are just noise. When you focus on what's important to you and remain committed to your goals, you create an internal compass that guides you even when others try to throw you off course. Ultimately, embracing criticism is about control. It's about deciding who gets to influence your path and who doesn't. When you take control of how you respond to criticism, you prevent others from dictating your journey. You remind yourself that the power to shape your future lies with you alone. Critics can talk, doubt, and disbelieve all they want. But they can't stop you from moving forward unless you let them. So the next time someone says you can't do something or that you're not good enough, thank them. Thank them for the fuel they're providing, for the challenge that's making you tougher, for the extra motivation to keep going. Remember, the only opinions that can truly hold you back are the ones you accept as true. And when you choose to embrace criticism as fuel, you reclaim your power, taking every negative word and using it to ignite a fire that burns brighter than any doubt. Defining yourself means stepping into your own identity fully, refusing to let anyone else's opinions mold or restrict who you can become. This is a liberating process, but it's not always easy. Society, family, and even friends often have a version of you they want to see fulfilled, a path they think is best. They have an image in their mind, but this image is often based on their own experiences, dreams, and yes, limitations. When you define yourself, you break free from these external expectations and start walking your path with authenticity and self-confidence, no longer depending on others to validate your choices. The world has no shortage of opinions, and if you let them, they can drown out your own voice. This can be especially true when criticism comes from people you care about or those in authority who may think they know what's best for you. But you must remember that only you know the battles you fought, the dreams you hold close, and the aspirations that give your life meaning. Defining yourself means tuning into your own voice above the noise, recognizing that other people's opinions are often reflections of what they think they'd do in your shoes, not necessarily what's right for you. Defining yourself also requires self-belief, even when others don't see what you see. Some people may look at you and think you're reaching too high or attempting the impossible. They may genuinely believe they're saving you from disappointment or failure, but often their perspective is shaped by their own fears and limitations, which do not have to become your own. When you make a commitment to define yourself, you make a decision to believe in your abilities and intuition, regardless of outside noise. This confidence doesn't mean you never doubt yourself or face moments of fear. It means you move forward anyway, defining yourself by your courage and resilience instead of the doubts others may cast. To truly define yourself, you also need to embrace the journey and be willing to make mistakes, own your failures, and celebrate your victories. Each success and every stumble contribute to the person you're becoming. When you set your own standards, you're no longer looking around to see if others approve instead. You're looking within, constantly challenging yourself to grow and evolve in line with your own values. Defining yourself is about accountability too. It's about taking full responsibility for your choices and not looking to blame others for the outcomes. When you define yourself, you claim that responsibility proudly because you know that ultimately your path is yours alone to shape. In doing this, you also give others permission to define themselves. People around you might feel inspired to step out of their comfort zones, to question the paths they've accepted without thought, and to explore new avenues they hadn't considered. Your choice to live authentically becomes a catalyst challenging others to reconsider their own choices. Defining yourself then isn't just about your journey. It's a powerful way to influence and uplift others around you. It's about becoming a light that doesn't dim simply because others aren't ready for it. It's about knowing your value, living with purpose, and showing up as the fullest version of yourself. When you define yourself, you free yourself from living on anyone else's terms, choosing instead to live on your own. You become clear about who you are and what you stand for, unmoved by the fluctuating opinions of others. This is a path of empowerment, independence, and purpose. It's not always easy, but the freedom, fulfillment, and strength that come from it make the journey worthwhile. Defining yourself is the ultimate act of self-respect, an acknowledgement that you alone hold the key to your potential. It's a commitment to live your truth, and when you do, you become unstoppable. Accepting being misunderstood is a vital part of pursuing any meaningful path. When you embark on a journey that's different from what people around you expect or understand, it's natural that others might question your choices. They may doubt you, discourage you, or even judge you harshly because they simply can't see the vision that's driving you forward. But their inability to understand doesn't mean you're on the wrong path. In fact, it often means you're pursuing something unique and meaningful. Accepting that others might not understand and may even reject your goals or intentions requires inner strength and clarity. It means knowing yourself well enough to stay true to your purpose, even when others can't grasp it. There's a saying that people fear what they don't understand. And this can often apply to people's reactions to ambition, innovation, or risk-taking. When you dare to step outside of the norm, others might feel uncomfortable or even threatened. This discomfort often leads to criticism or judgment. People may tell you that what you're trying to accomplish is impossible or that you're wasting your time. In some cases, this reaction is rooted in genuine concern, but in others it comes from their own fear of failure or resentment that they didn't pursue their own dreams. Accepting being misunderstood means understanding that you're not responsible for others' comfort zones. You have to prioritize your growth and let go of the need to justify your decisions to everyone else. Being misunderstood can also feel isolating, especially if those close to you don't support or understand your journey. You might feel as though you're walking a path that no one else can see or appreciate. But this solitude is often a test of your commitment. It forces you to dig deeper, to clarify your intentions, and to strengthen your conviction. When others question you, it's an opportunity to ask yourself why you're doing what you're doing. If the answer is rooted in your values, passions, and purpose, then their misunderstanding doesn't need to shake you. Instead, it can serve as a reminder that you're not walking this path to meet others' expectations. You're here to fulfill your own potential. In the end, accepting being misunderstood is about living life on your own terms. It's about having the courage to stay committed to your goals, even if others question or doubt you. The people who eventually understand and appreciate your vision are often the ones who share similar values or ambitions. Until then, you must walk with conviction, holding on to the understanding that the path you're on is meaningful to you. Accepting being misunderstood is a testament to your dedication and resilience. It's a powerful act of self-respect and an affirmation that you are the ultimate authority on what fulfills and drives you. So let them hate you, let them misunderstand you, and let them doubt you. Embrace it, because it's all part of the journey towards something extraordinary. Critics may never understand the depth of your drive, but that's their limitation, not yours. Define yourself by your actions, fuel your ambition with their doubts, and wear your resilience like armor. Let every challenge strengthen your resolve and every setback sharpen your vision. By refusing to yield, you not only achieve your dreams, but inspire others to pursue theirs, showing them the power of self-belief and resilience. This journey isn't about earning everyone's approval. It's about living your truth and fulfilling your purpose. So keep going. The world may not always understand, but in the end you will stand tall, unshaken, and fulfilled, because you dare to be who you are meant to be.